Xhaka nicked away from Ødegaard, retrieved by Saka. Ben White, Bukayo Saka! Over and over and over again. Relentlessly beautiful Arsenal football. And Saka's seamless smile just grows.
I'll have to say, Mikel Arteta's applauding. I was applauding in my seat as well, because this is just delightful football from Arsenal. They didn't quite get the finish that it deserved first time out, but it got it the second time. The ball from Ben White in behind Zaha to Saka, and the finish from Saka is just delightful. He just perfectly, first touch, takes it out of his feet, and then he finds the bottom corner past the hopeless Joe Whitworth, who can get nowhere near it again. But they've just been so clinical, Arsenal, when they've got in those positions.
And for him now 11 Premier League goals. He and Martinelli have been the principal suppliers, and it is a habit into which those paying spectators have invested, and it would appear there is a VAR offside check. He looks okay according to that line. The check is complete, the goal will be given. Stolen by Xhaka, taken on by Trossard, who fired against Tompkinson behind. Martinelli to his left, might have fancied being slipped in. Well, couldn't take it, Zinchenko just about kept it. Fabulous pass from Ramsdale. Partey, Trossard. Ødegaard, Saka, Ødegaard. Gabriel's playing centre forward. Thomas Partey.
Oh, they're enjoying themselves, Arsenal. You can see the freedom with what they're playing. Ødegaard, just so influential on the game. This just makes time stand still on the Arsenal's ambitions are in this second half. It is to get another goal straight away and put this game out of reach.
White, Ødegaard. Here comes Saka. Twitched away by Tompkins to Zinchenko. Up into the air by Milivojevic. Down into the instep of Martinelli, who's challenged by Elise. Doucouré. Schlupp. Elise cushioned out by Gabriel. Trossard had Tompkins right up behind him. It's bounced back for Schlupp. And now Joel Ward. Wolf Zaha. Zaha, and Ramsdale had to fling up his hands.
There has been a good response from Crystal Palace in the last couple of moments. Wolf Zaha getting himself in a 1v1 situation.
Thomas Partey. Xhaka. Zinchenko. Zinchenko, Xhaka, Trossard, Xhaka! Oh boy, that is silky smooth. Right now, Arsenal are doing it like no one else. If they were throwing shadows, Palace would be chasing them.
Just scintillating football from Arsenal. The movement from Xhaka, the interplay with Trossard. The movement again from Xhaka, the weight of pass from Trossard is just perfect. He doesn't have to break his stride, puts it into the goal under pressure from Joel Ward. And I think that's game, set and match.
Scored in midweek in European competition, and now he puts Arsenal, one can only assume, out of Crystal Palace's reach.
He had a similar opportunity last week against Fulham, didn't he, where he played a little 1-2 with Trossard and he tried to take that extra touch and it would have been an incredible goal. This time they get it right. He's a little bit fortuitous with the finish. He's under pressure from Joel, doubling up on the winger.
Olise takes and it's stabbed in. And Palace have an interest here. Not the prettiest goal you ever saw, but Jeffrey Schlupp applied his boots and the deficit is reduced to 2.
Well, if anyone deserved a goal from Crystal Palace, it is Schlupp. It'll be a little bit of a VAR check to see whether it strikes an arm just as it comes towards him. And it's a clinical finish from Schlupp. A little bit of a messy goal to give away from an Arsenal point of view. Odegaard and Gabriel getting each other's way. There's an opportunity for Crystal Palace now.
Well, after 4 games without a goal, anything is some sort of cause for minor uplift. As you imply, there is a VAR check, and that minor uplift is endangered. Let's have a look. If that has struck his hand, there is no further judgment to be made. If it strikes his hand, it lands at his feet and he scores, then it's no goal.
That looks to me like it comes off his thigh. I might be wrong, but my first thought is that that comes off the thigh as it falls into his path. I'll be very surprised if this was chalked off.
VAR is Darren England. He reffed the Chelsea game last night. His check is complete and the goal is given. Jeffrey Schlupp with Palace's first goal since Eberechi Eze scored at Brentford in the middle of last month, and off the back of it, Arsenal are making a couple of changes. Alexander Zinchenko gives way at left back to Kieran Tierney, and there'll be a big welcome, I'm sure, again for Gabriel Jesus as he replaces Leandro Trossard. "13 minutes at Fulham last weekend, the first half against Sporting in the Europa League. And Palace make a change up top as well. Odsonne Edouard is replaced by Jordan Ayew. And Luka Milivojevic is replaced by Will Hughes, who has missed out recently with illness. Partey. Spooned in towards Holding, away by Tompkins. Regathered by Partey. Holding. He's got a corner.
That'd have been a collector's item, wouldn't it? It fell perfectly for him, just sat up nicely for him to try and strike. Credit to Gay, who got across just to block the shot.
Well, until today, over 7 appearances, Rob Holding had played just 16 minutes in the Premier League this season. He's played 67 here. And for a moment, I thought he was Van Basten.
We've all done that.
In by Saka and wide by Gabriel Jesus, who actually had Martinelli over his shoulder.
You just wonder whether he'd have got a shout from Martinelli, whether he would have just held Will Hughes. Hughes does well at the back post. He just does enough to get contact on Gabriel Jesus.
Tierney. Ødegaard. Jesus. Lise made an intervention, it came back to Tierney, and Saka! There ain't no stopping him now! Revelling in every glorious Gunners moment.
Well, there's the difference of being clinical one end to the other. Will Hughes struggling to clear the ball, and it falls to Tierney, and then he delivers a lovely ball into the box. Saka wraps his foot round it, and Whitworth stands no chance again. He hasn't had a chance with any of the strikes from the Arsenal players.
There is a VAR check ongoing because Gabriel Jesus, whether or not in an offside position, that's what we're establishing, might or might not have been in the line of vision of Joe Whitworth when Saka struck his shot. So his second goal of the afternoon hasn't yet quite been given the full seal of approval.
Well, the interesting thing is the whole crowd, they don't understand why. They're thinking, well, it's come from the edge of the box, but what they're not seeing is they're not seeing the line of sight.
Goal given.
Yeah, rightly so. Whitworth can see round. Jesus, he just couldn't get there. He couldn't get his body down quick enough to make...
He was walked away, and Elise, who scored quite recently a beauty against Manchester United, you'll recall. Can have another crack. Michael Elise into the top brick of the wall. Mitchell.